here's a question I'm using. It's an old GCSE question from 2005, but it looks just like the kind of tables you would have in your book anyway. In fact, it does look. It's a table with the frequency, the number of times, the number of matches that were played, and the number of goals scored in each match. So let's read the story. The number of goals scored in 15 hockey matches is shown in the table. And the punchline is, in this GCSE paper, is to calculate the mean number of goals scored. Well, I'm not going to read through page 264. That'll be for you to look at. I just want to do a different question and not waste what's in the book. So here's my pen. Calculate the mean. You know the mean is the total of all numbers divided by the number of numbers, which is terrible English, terrible teaching. But I know I've got 15 hockey matches, and just to confirm, 2 plus 1 plus 5 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 4 is 15. I definitely have 15 matches in total played. So I know at some point in my calculation, I'm going to be dividing by 15 to work out the mean number of goals scored. So that would be an equals there. So I'm trying to work out this top number. Well, I need to work out the total number of goals scored in all 15 matches, and whatever the total is, I divide by 15, and I've got a mean number of goals. So let me have a look. In 2 of the matches, I scored 1 goal. So Harrison and Akshan and Dia, when you draw out your table, do this. 1 times 2 equals 2 goals scored so far. Here, in 1 match, I scored 3 goals, so I'm going to multiply. That will give me 3. And in 5 matches, I scored 5 goals. That's 25 goals in total. In fact, I think that's how they set it out in question 1. Yeah, they set it out for you in question 1 exactly like this. Anyway, so in 3 of our matches, we managed to score 6 goals. That's another 18 goals altogether. And in 4 of the matches, they managed to score 9 goals. And I don't know what 4 9s are. Same as 2 18s, 36. There you go. Now I want to get the total number of goals. Just don't make it fit there. And I've actually brought my Casio with me. And here it is. Let's add it up to get the total number of goals scored. We have got 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 25 is 30. You better put 30 there because I'll make a mistake. So 30 goals scored, plus these 18, plus these 36. Boom. 84 goals were scored. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm now going to write down 84 here where my table is and not forget it. And I now know I've got to share out 84 goals amongst 15 matches to get the average. So here I go now. I now want to divide that answer by 15 matches. Boom. They simplified it as a top-heavy fraction. I want actual decimals. 5.6 goals for matches. Now, of course, guys, you can't actually score 0.6 of a goal, but that's what the mean does. You don't necessarily end up with the whole number. And that's the final answer. That's worth about grade 3, grade 4, I'd say. Yeah. And there it is. So that's that. Just put that away, we don't need that. So in some questions I may say round it to the nearest number of goals, round it to the nearest number of people, so it makes sense in real life. But if it doesn't say round it, you better leave it as it is. Alright, so 1 decimal place is always going to be justified when you're working with whole numbers like we've got here. There's no decimals there, but this answer, 84 divided by 15, arrived at a decimal. So don't go more than 1 decimal place. 5.63894 goals. It's getting silly. But 5.6 to show they didn't quite average out as 6 goals per match, but they scored on average more than 5 goals per match on average. And if you're comparing 2 teams, for example, then that 0.6 might make a difference. If you're averaging 5.6 goals per match, you're probably a better team than the team next door who averaged exactly 5 goals a match. And of course, there's interactions and discussions you have around comparing means and the range also within the data. So if you had the range of of goal scores. In this case, it will be 9, takeaway 1 will be a goal range of 8. Of course, if you compare that with another team and their mean with your mean, then you can decide who's the better team, for example. But for now, we're just working out the mean of grouped data. All right, just as a future view where we're going to go, that's me demonstrating the higher grade 4/5-1. It looks like a complete mess. When we do this video, I'm going to rub all this out, all of it, so we can do it together live. And that will be the question I will set you. In fact, I've already uploaded it to a future homework, or sorry, a future classwork. I'm only asking you to do one question, and this is ready to go. You can copy it yourself off the video when I upload it, or remember, I've given you this on Show My Homework. You can download it. If you've got a printer, cut it out and stick it in and do it. If not, you have to copy out the table, I'm afraid. But you've got lots of space to do the working there. All right, so back to today's little task. There it is. Go away. There it is. You're just going to work out the mean of data given in a table, and the more complicated one will probably be for Thursday's lesson, period 1. So let me just stop that.